the 48% and the mouthfeel is the redeeming factor here on this one. Here we are again, guys, together to experience a whiskey that I have never tried before, and I'm excited to do this on camera with you for the very first time and share that moment. If you're new here, my name is Wade and you are on McIntyre's Malt, and this is the third and final remaining sample bottle from the Glengoyne sample set I recently picked up. You may have seen my previous reviews of the Glengoyne 12 and the Glengoyne 18. I will add a link to this video for you to watch those ones as well. And today, the final video in that series is the Glengoyne Legacy, specifically Chapter 2. This one is a non-age stated whiskey from Glengoyne. The interesting thing here is that the ABV is boosted up a little bit, being 48% ABV on this one. Again, I am not sure on chill filtration and coloring. Usually at 48%, it's unlikely that it's chill filtered, and based upon the very, very light color of this one, I would dare say it's probably not colored. So we're gonna go through the motions today and pour a dram, try on the nose, see what it's all about, then try on the palate and see what the whiskey tastes like and the finish. And at the end of the video, I will let you know if I recommend it's one that you should pick up and spend your hard-earned money on. So I think it's time for us to open this bottle of the Glengoyne Legacy Series, Chapter 2. Okay. So that looks good. Okay, let's see. Have a look at that color on that one. Very light. Very similar to the Glengoyne 12. First time nosing the Glengoyne Legacy Chapter 2. The first initial thing that grabs me is a nuttiness on this one. Similar to the 12-year-old, lots of malt, straw, dried hay, roasted nuts, almost like, it's not like a cashew, it's more of like a roasted almond or pecans even. It's really about all I'm getting, actually. Not picking up on any of the toffees or the barrel influence that were on the Glengoyne 12 and the 18. Very much just nuttiness and malt. A little bit of the dry hay, as I say.
How about I just go eat some hay? I can make things out of clay and lay by the bay. I just may. What do you say?
Let's try now on the palate and see what the Glengoyne Legacy Chapter 2 has to offer. Much better on the palate than the nose. There's a lot more viscosity. It's got a thickness to it. The 48% ABV definitely helps here. The nose had me a little bit worried that it wasn't going to bring a lot to the table. There's this gorgeous velvety malt and just the sweet toffee comes through. slight bit of that bitterness coming in now, a little bit of the oak. Very one-dimensional. It's not a bad whiskey. I think if they bottled this at say 40 to 43%, it would suffer greatly. The 48% and the mouthfeel is the redeeming factor here on this one. Mouthfeel is good, but it's not offering me a lot. The finish, it's almost gone now off my palate. Slight bit of, I can taste almost like the cork, you know, not like cork taint, but you know, you get that the flavor of the cork, a little bit of the barrel, the oakiness, and that's about all that's left. It's come on well, beautiful on the initial sort of caress on my palate, and then gone. So finish isn't fantastic. Let's try again on the palate. It's a good whiskey. The mouthfeel is everything on this one, right? It makes me think, what would the 12 and the 18 be like if they had that little bump up in their ABV from 43 to 48%? They'd probably be incredible. It's definitely Glengoyne using the increased ABV on this one as the, I guess, the value prop on the whiskey, being a no age statement. I don't recommend this one. Mouth feels good, but not enough to drive me to want to go out and grab a bottle. And again, the finish is short. It just virtually disappears. You're probably better off going into perhaps purchasing the Glengoyne cask strength. I think that's a better place to spend your money. Or even, I guess, as I say, the 18-year-old. It's not bad. I do like the mouthfeel. There's not a lot going on. Very straightforward. If this was a whiskey that you could pick up under $100, I would say it would be a contender to the Glengoyne 12. So it's very much apparent to me, at least, that Glengoyne are positioning the Legacy Series in a different price bracket, so they're not competing with themselves against the Glengoyne 12. If this was one that was under $100, I would consider potentially buying this one instead of the Glengoyne 12. But also, the Glengoyne 12, while it would lack in the mouthfeel compared to this, it probably has a little bit more to offer in terms of, given that it's an age-stated whiskey and there's a little bit more complexity. So yeah, thanks for checking this one out, guys. Hopefully this has been valuable to you in terms of a whiskey that you might have looked at, and maybe it helps you to not spend the money on one that might not deliver what you expect it to. So if you've liked the video, please go ahead and click like on the video below. Leave some comments to let me know what you thought of today's video. If you've tried this one, if you have a favorite Glengoyne expression, please let me know. And be sure to subscribe. And as always, enjoy your whiskey responsibly. And I'll catch you on the next McIntyre's Malts. Slán Javar.